So today I just want to talk a little bit about not only my fight for equality, carrying the Equal Rights Amendment. Has anyone heard of that? The Equal Rights Amendment, something that will actually have Virginia being the 38th and final state to ratify women's equality to the United States Constitution. Many people say to me, well, I thought that women were already equal under the eyes of the law, and I like to remind people that's not true. We lose sex discrimination cases in federal court. We still are not paid equal pay for equal work. That where women are paid 80 cents to a man's dollar because of the amount of melanin in my skin, I am paid 60 cents to a man's dollar. And so that must stop, and that must stop now. And that's why I'm championing the Equal Rights Amendment, so women's fundamental rights as human beings equal to men can finally be enshrined into our United States Constitution. And that will be done so we look forward to ratifying that this week in the Virginia General Assembly. So stay on the lookout for that. So everyone here knows of Dr. King's commitment to voting rights and to civil rights. But on this day, I want us to refocus on one of his last fights for equality, and that was economic justice. 2 weeks before his assassination, Dr. King told a rally of AFSCME sanitation workers in Memphis on March 18, 1968, quote, "Now our struggle is for genuine equality, which means economic equality. For we know now that it isn't enough to integrate lunch counters. What does it profit a man to be able to eat at an integrated lunch counter if he doesn't have enough money to afford a hamburger?" Income inequality is the residual of Jim Crow. Families are now working longer and harder than ever and still living paycheck to paycheck. Too many Virginians are one paycheck away from losing everything. Genuine equality means fighting for economic equality, fighting for an increased minimum wage, job protections, pregnancy discrimination protections, ending wage theft, and promoting union jobs across this Commonwealth. A disproportionate number of service workers, retail workers, fast food workers are African American, and specifically African American women, where a disproportionate number of those women are heads of households. These workers are more likely than not to be the recipients of minimum wage. So I don't know about you, but I don't know many families that can live off $11,000 a year. So when we actually start paying women and African Americans what they're worth, we not only lift millions of these people, but millions of families effectively out of poverty. And isn't that the essence of Martin Luther King's dream? So we aren't living up to our promises. What we have to do is help those who are disenfranchised politically and economically throughout Virginia. That's why I'm carrying bills to increase the minimum wage, end wage theft, end pregnancy discrimination, and of course, as I said, pass the Equal Rights Amendment. The issue of income inequality needs to move back to the forefront. It is criminal to have people working full-time jobs making part-time pay. So these are the principles that I stand for. And what I need to know from all of you is, are you willing to stand with me to make sure we make this a better Virginia? I am Delegate Jennifer Carroll Foy, and I thank you all for being here. Thank you for spending time with us this afternoon for this most important event. Thank you.